Wolf for Barefoot Bushcraft, and once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to take the soles off these old moccasins. Now, these are my favorite moccasins. I've put many, many thousands of kilometers of walking on them, but I do a lot of walking in places that have crushed stone, compact stone, stuff like that, and what happens is the soles of the moccasins, if they were pure leather, which is right here, a buckskin leather in this would end up wearing right through really quickly. So I've installed a kind of rubber called crepe rubber on top. And today I'm going to show you how to replace them. As you can see right here, these are all kind of damaged. I've literally walked through it in a couple of different spots there and there. I use these on my for dog racing as well, so they get a lot of outdoor use. So we need to take this off, and we need to put the new crepe rubber, which is this stuff right here, on. So it's a pretty simple process, but you need to make sure you assemble your tools. So we need a heat gun. You need a heat gun in order to heat this material to take it off. You're going to need a pair of scissors or a knife, and that will be to cut the new sole. And you're going to need some kind of adhesive to glue them on. The adhesive that I recommend, and the one that I use, is something called barge cement. It's available at most leather stores. It's a solvent cement, so there's certain ways you need to use it that's a little different than you would use regular glue, but we'll get into that shortly. So our first step here is to start, after we have gathered all of our tools, is to make a nice clean work area and then take this. So again, this is the suit. You can see where this has started to come off just through use and abuse. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn on our heat gun. I'm going to heat it up, and as I heat it up, I'm going to peel it off. I live off-grid, so we have a little, a really, really cool a Bluetti EB3A power source here. It's amazing. I love this. It's great. But that's for another video, but just so you know, it's a great tool. All right, so let's get started here. We're going to turn on the heat gun, and I'm going to push the heat back and forth like this, and I'm going to pull this off. So you're going to take your favorite knife now that I've got all of this sole material off, and that was all of this. It came off in a big goo. It was a lot, struggled and fought me a lot more than I expected it to. So now I'm left with the bare sole, but you see it's got still all kinds of stuff on it. If I were to put my new sole material here on over top of this, it probably wouldn't stick well. So I'm going to take my knife, just like scraping a hide. I'm just going to try to scrape all the goo off. That should take me a few minutes to do that, and that's going to help prep my surface here. So we're going to get it all off, try to make the surface as clean as possible, and then the next step after that will be to glue it. So I got as much of that stuff off as I could, tried to make the surface fairly clean. Our next step is to take the glue, the barge cement, like this, and put it on a coat on here. It sounds kind of weird, but what you need to do is to put a coat on here and then let it dry, and then a coat on your sole and then let it dry. It's just the way this kind of cement works. So it has something to do with that it's the type of glue that it is. I'm not 100% sure why it works that way. I'm sure there will be comments about that. So reach in, paste all my glue on, and then let it dry. Again, I believe this is called a solvent cement. And just because of the way the properties are of the glue, you need to put 3 coats of the glue on. So I need 1 coat on the object that I'm gluing, which happens to be this leather sole. I will need 1 coat on the glue, what else I'm gluing, which will be the rubber. And then I will need a 3rd coat to activate the 2 separate glues to stick. So just paste that on just like that. And then the next step after this is done is just to let it dry, which can, give it half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. Doesn't have to be completely dry in order for the action of the glue to work, but that's that. The nice thing is with this as well, with the barge cement, is it gives a water-resistant coating. So the barge cement has a nice little bit of waterproofness to it, which, I don't know, I just find that nice because where I live, it's very wet all the time. And yeah, that will be that. So paint that on till I get the whole sole covered or wherever I want my next piece to stick, and that's all. This is my sole material here. This is 2mm crepe rubber. I just love this material for sole material. It's nice and resistant to all of the stuff that you can get yourself into in the world. You know, it's good to protect your leather soles against things like stone. So in order to use that, you're going to heat it up. See how it kind of is like all wonky? So we're going to heat this up and make it nice and flat and straight, and then we can glue it, put the layer of glue on, let it dry, and then smush the two together. So this is our glued sole in weight. This is one of the ones that we haven't completed yet. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put the sole down on it like this, and then I'm just going to make sure that it is bigger than my sole. So that's a big important thing. I know this material is crazy expensive, but you want to make sure that when you're done, you have extra to cut off. The reason you want to do that is just in case you mis-sole it, or you need to put something somewhere it doesn't belong, you know, like it doesn't connect here at the front. So always make sure it's bigger, all right? And then I just use scissors because it's easy. You could use a knife, and then I'm just going to cut this out just like this. Just the way the material is, I'm going to go straight across, right down to the end here. Now I have my width, and obviously this is longer than the whole thing, so I'm just going to cut this clean out. There we go. So that's part of it. There. Put that there. And then look at this. Put it on. A little bit wider. So it's going to be ready to go. The next thing I need to do, see I have my little extras here and here, so that's good. I will now take this, brush it and clean it, make sure it's the right width. It is the same on both sides, so you can use whatever side you want. It makes no difference. I'm now going to take my barge cement, and I'm going to cover it in glue, and then let it sit and wait. So we're going to check our edges here. So I'm only gluing what I need to glue, because of course, all this stuff can be quite expensive. I'm going to make sure you got to kind of mush it in so it goes in all the little cracks and crevices inside, because it's not that it isn't porous, but see it's all bumpy. You want to make sure that you get all those bumps done. There, you get all this barge cement. It's more than enough. So I want to keep gluing it. Clean the extra off, and the next step is now to just let this dry. Like I said, the way barge cement versus other types of contact cement materials work, just the way it works, and again, I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm sure I will hear about it in the comments section, is you have to dry both pieces, and then the next step is to put more glue on this, and then smush them together. So this is kind of sticky now, a little tacky. This is tacky after, 20 minutes of dry time or whatever. Our next step, take the barge cement, and we're going to put another coat on. Like I said, I'm not sure why, but that's what the directions recommend, and from experience, I can honestly say it is definitely worth doing it this way. The nice thing is with the barge cement is it puts a bit of more of a waterproof, water-resistant coating between the sole. You can use any kind of sole on this. I suppose I could have reused leather, but where I live, it's really bad for being watery everywhere. So this is kind of the next important step. All right, there's my sole material, my crepe rubber. There's my prepared sole. Again, I didn't put any I didn't wash it or anything. If I'd have put any saddle soap on this, the oils from the saddle soap would have just made a big, huge mess, and it wouldn't have stuck proper. And there we go. Now, I'm just taking that and sticking it on as best as I can. And putting as much pressure as I can on it, hold it in place. And that's it. Now, if I have any clips or anything, sometimes I will use, in the past, especially for like these back sections, I will use a clip to hold it all on. But you can just push it all on, get it nice and straight. Make sure that on this side you have it, the sole is fitting correctly. And then once it's glued, basically the job is done. So what I've done here is just wedged it under something heavy that I have. And you can see that I'm doing my best to make sure that that's smushed, that's smushed, that's smushed. Basically it's all smushed together. And we'll just sit and wait it and let it dry for a couple of hours. Then we'll cut it off and it's basically done. After I've had this under something heavy, as you saw, for like 2 days, I pull it out and I check my work. So I'm looking across here, making sure everything's all like attached. and it all seems to be attached well. This is the old one, so you can see the difference in the color and how well it took. I'm going to take my trusty scissors here, and now, as I was saying earlier, when you cut that down and glue it down, you want to make sure that you have extra edging. That way, in case this didn't seat right, I could move it around or whatever. So now I'm just going to take my scissors, being super, super careful not to cut the leather, and just trim it back. And once it's trimmed back, it's done. That side looks perfect. So see how it's just nice along the bottom edge of the sole there. I got a little bit of work to do at the back here, and finish this side, and then it's done. The trick with this is to not cut it directly right from the edge to the sole, your first cut, so you can get those little fine cuts in there, little bit at a time, and make sure that it's just as perfect as you want it. There we have it. That sole is now completely replaced. So it's nice, it's on there, it's all glued on, and I'm not going to have any problems with these, for a foreseeable future. Probably get a year or so out of them, and then I'll have to replace them again. So that's it. I've taken this gooey sole, like I said, with pieces falling off, and I have replaced it with the new crepe rubber. Crepe rubber you can get online. You just type in crepe rubber and you can get it in all different places. I'm in Canada, so this stuff comes from a leather place in Quebec. Tandy Leather sometimes sells it, but it works really great. I'm really happy with the result. I'm always happy when the resole turns out really nicely. The big trick with this is to understand it's going to take some time. So you need to get the glue on, and the glue needs to dry. You need to rough up the leather, but that's it. So we're good to go. This is ready to wear. I just have to do the other one, but there's no need in doing both in this video, and that is that. So I am Wolf for Barefoot Bushcraft, and as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I'll put some social media links. So we are on all the general social media websites. We are on the Instagram for all our fancy photos. We are on Facebook. And of course, you can go onto our website right there to book a bunch of our courses if you want, online, in person, if you are in the Southern Ontario, Canada region. I'm Wolf for Barefoot Bushcraft, and of course, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video.